Joined by Union Minister Hardeep Puri at the moment. Sir, what a big loss for Indian politics there, Dr. Manmohan Singh passing away at the age of 92.
It's an immense loss. And that loss will be felt by people who knew him and those who will remember his contributions. He was a cerebral and thoughtful person, a tall statesman and a visionary leader. And my wife Lakshmi and I had the privilege of interacting with him during our long careers in the Foreign Service. When we were young officers in Tokyo, he came there when we were posted there in the late 70s, mid-70s, late 70s. And he was then Chief Economic Advisor. Later, during our posting in Geneva, he was the chief of the South Commission, and we were able to interact with him at a personal level. And we were always impressed with his scholarship, his academic rigor, and later, of course, his contribution as finance minister to the stage where the economy was assuming more outward oriented postures. Then, of course, as Prime Minister, I had the privilege personally of hosting prime ministerial visits when I was ambassador in Geneva, later in Brazil, and finally in New York. Again, when I returned to Delhi in between as Secretary Economic Relations. So I must say that Dr. Manmohan Singh's contribution to the country will be remembered in very positive terms. His contribution not only to the economy, but his stewardship at a difficult time, and the loss will be personally felt by all those who came in touch with him. He was a person who gave humility and a sense of professional purpose an entirely new meaning. And our heartfelt condolences to Gursharan ji and their daughters. And I think that the outpourings of grief which are coming in from different parts of India, these are a testimony to his many qualities of head and heart, of leadership, and he will be long remembered for his contribution.
Absolutely, sir. We speak about legacy. Dr. Manmohan Singh, he was often referred to as the accidental Prime Minister. Sir, how do you think the history will remember Dr. Manmohan Singh?
Well, you know, he once said that history will be remembering him more kindly than the phase with which he went through. Look, politics is necessarily a game which involves the rough and the tumble. And the fact of the matter is that however you choose to describe him, fact is he was Prime Minister of India between 2004 and 14. And during those 10 years, well, a lot of good things happened. Some things could have been done differently. But at a time like this, you know, the country will remember his contribution. And any one individual, even if he's heading a party, political party or this thing, operates under constraints. And I think history will, to that extent, judge him very kindly. And it will remember him for those human qualities. And, you know, I had as a member of the Rajya Sabha, I very often met him when he was not in good health, but he still came to the house. And I think the legacy will be a very positive one.
Absolutely, sir. And he's often been referred to as the architect of India's economic reforms. You know, how will Dr. Singh's legacy influence future economic policies and reforms in India?
He was Chief Economic Advisor, then later on he was Finance Secretary. If I remember correctly, I think he was also Governor of the Central Bank, Reserve Bank.
Absolutely,
and later on became Finance Minister. And his stint, particularly as Finance Minister, was a time when the economic liberalization process received an impetus.
Absolutely. Hardeep Singh Puri, thank you very much for speaking with NDTV.